Hi, this is the Bratz Boys Club, and I am Jesse. And today I have a really huge surprise for you. It was actually a surprise for me as well. I had no idea that I was going to be making this specific video, but I guess that, one thing led to another, and I was a little bit lucky, uh, for lack of a better term. But a couple of weeks ago, a few days ago, I bumped into something that I thought I was never going to get my hands on. I was never going to be able to acquire it, and it was a little out of my price range. I'd actually have to admit it was like way out of my price range, but I had to stretch my dollar a little. I had to break the bank per se, and I had to take the leap, the plunge, and see if I could kind of figure out a way to be able to afford it. And I know this is sort of like ridiculous, but sometimes it happens when you are dealing with stuff. And I'm not going to use the words rare because apparently the word rare, because apparently that term is pretty much despised by many true collectors or individuals who are trying to purchase these guys right now. But what I am going to say is some of these sexy, studly Bratz boys are very hard to find. They're very hard to find. And because of that, I kind of like to call them rare to purchase or rare to find because you hardly find any of them anywhere of these particular ones. And so when you do, they're either almost unattainable financially, or they're outside of the country or something weird like that. But without further ado, the Bratz Boy for today, it's extremely rare at the moment for purchase as a collectible, at least from my end. Bratz Boy Dylan, and he is the Bratz Boyz Play Sportz Basketball Dylan. According to my Bratz Boy fan page here, he is the second edition of the Play Sportz Bratz dolls that was released in 2005. They go on to say that the first edition was released in 2005, as well as the third edition, a fourth and fifth in 2006, a sixth and seventh in 2007, an eighth in 2008, and a ninth in 2009. So I believe I have either all of the Bratz Boys from the Play Sportz series already in my collection of videos for YouTube. I could be wrong, but I believe he was the last one that I needed to collect. And I was just so thrilled to have found him. I bumped into him last year for a rather reasonable price. I let him get away because I was a little overspent, and I didn't find him again until now, like the year 2023. So unfortunately for me, the price had ballooned itself into more than half of what he was worth last year, at least in this state, and for purchase at this auction or bidding website. He is not from the friend that I have who's a collector who's been selling me their incredible Bratz Boys from their personal collection. He is from an auction or bidding website. And I have to admit, the seller who sold me him, they are incredible. They packaged him really well. He's exactly the one I saw on the photos. There were photos for every angle of him, and I just could not believe that I was finally going to be able to get my hands on I believe from what it says here, the 2005 Bratz Boyz Play Sportz Basketball Dylan. He was my unattainable, actually one of my unattainables, which I was able to find. So, without further ado, let's get down to business and let's look at Mr. 2005 Bratz Boyz Play Sportz Basketball Dylan. And so I believe that it was 2005, but there were some different kind of Bratz Boys might have been that were like didn't include too much in their box, and their boxes were smaller because he is an example of this. Unless, of course, the year is different for whatever reason. I'm going to check the bottom of the box at some point. But he didn't really came with anything much. He came with a trophy, which you can see right there. He came with a basketball, which you can see right there. And, of course, he came with a trading card, which you can see right there. Which, of course, like most of the other cards, and the what is it, the combs, they're floating about in the box. So for some reason, even though he's from the somewhat early 2000s, from the very beginning of the collection, he didn't really come with anything, with much. I just was really crazy about him from the beginning because he was one of those Bratz boys, one of the versions of Dylan with a little bit of a darker skin tone, and I really wanted to get something like that because the other versions were just slightly like lighter. I mean, I have nothing against like a lighter tone of skin. I just really wanted to have him along with the other ones because I love the way that Dylan from the Pretty and Punk series looks. I love the way that Dylan from the Wildlife Safari looks. And I absolutely love the way that Dylan from the Wintertime Wonderland looks. I just wanted him in various other versions. And I thought I would never get a chance to own him. So, the art of the box, so yeah, let's get back to it. The art of the box is basically the same that it's always been. This one is, like I said, it's kind of tiny. There's not much to it. There's a picture of Mr. Dylan there. There's a little sticker here that's, something called Dr. Toy Best Vacation Children's Products Winner or something. So it's like a little winner of something. Of course, the Bratz Boy logo right there, so you can see it. And then the name of the series is right there, which is the Play Sportz. And then, of course, the background of the box displays the actual pretty much his theme, which is basketball and sports, and it looks like it may be high schoolish or something like that. So pretty much very simple. Let's see, the top, it's basketball, same thing. Okay, cool. So the back of the box is pretty much just a bunch of art, the same as all the others. I believe the shape of the box is the same as the others. I mean, it's usually like a little triangular, squarish kind of thing. Of course, the Bratz Boys logo, the Play Sportz name, and there's like a little intro kind of phrase, these guys go game, and then, of course, introduction right there, which you can see. I'm going to put it closer to the camera. You can see the whole thing, and then, of course, it'll give you a view, a photo that's, I believe it's a little bit larger, like taller version of the picture in the front of Mr. Dylan. So you can see him a little bit closer. It could be bigger, I'm not sure, but it looks bigger. Maybe it's because in the video it's kind of looking. No, I think it could be the same like height. Never mind. So let me show you the sides, so you can see the sides of the box. And there you have it. There's the trading card. Oh, there's the trading card, and there's Mr. Dylan. I just really love his hairstyle. It resembles the hairstyle that his other version from the Wildlife Safari has a little bit, which I think is incredible. I mean, it's amazing. It's just epic. By the way, I was bumping into these, or a few, that are actually pre-owned. They're like not in boxes or anything like that, not collectibles. They're more like toys that were played with, and they're selling, the owners are selling them. By the way, they're very pricey for being used toys that now could be like collectibles or something. So yeah, these are very kind of pricey right now just because there's not that many around right now, which doesn't really mean that they're not going to be around later. So there you go. So I show you the back, I show you the front, I show you the sides. So yeah, it's like I said before, it's very difficult to find him online right now. I don't know if it's just owners or collectors who are refusing to sell, or he really is that rare around, in this condition, and which is the reason why he's very difficult to find. I don't know. Okay, so we're looking at the top. He looks amazing. Oh my god, yeah, incredible. I'm going to tip over the box and show you the bottom of the box. I think I could see maybe there's a year there, maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to get the box closer. I don't see anything. Let me know if you see something there. But this is the bottom of the box. And like I said before, I was really shocked that according to the Bratz Boys fan page, he's a 2005 second edition Bratz Bratz Boys Play Sportz. I couldn't believe his box was this tiny. I guess they kind of are, depending on the series, like what they have, and pretty much, I guess they're not all like big boxes with accessories of all kinds and all sorts and stuff. So here we are, back to Mr. Dillon, and then a little bit about the actual sale that for him when I was able to acquire him. It's pretty much a lot more than I had to pay for any of them. I would have to admit that he was more expensive than any of the ones I've purchased up until now. So unfortunately for me, I had to spend a lot more money than I have on any of the others, which is kind of bad because I didn't really have that kind of money. I was very lucky that I was that I kind of had it, but I shouldn't have spent it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I had the money, but I shouldn't have spent it, or I shouldn't have had to have spent it if he was, like this pricey. But I really believed that I would not get another chance to get my hands on another one if I didn't do it. So I thought, well, it's better if I let the money go and just get him and then just save up again to have more money. So like I said before, I'm not going to say the price outright, but he is the most expensive of everything I've purchased up until now. And he was, what I will say is the figure of how much he was more than the others, than one of the most expensive ones. And he was about a little more than $250 more expensive than some of the other ones that were pricey. So he was really, really expensive in comparison to what I've purchased so far. I don't regret his purchase because I really, really love him. I've been really fantasizing about owning him and putting him as part of my collection because I believe he was one of the last pieces that I needed, or at least one of the last most important ones that I wanted. I'm willing to wait out or not even get some of the other Bratz Boys if they never come along for the other Studley guys. But him, I really needed to have. And now that the chance is here, I just cannot believe it, and I'm so happy and I'm thrilled. But yeah, I was just ecstatic, and I just loved the fact that the individual who sold me him, they took care of wrapping him up in bubble wrap, putting him in a really big box and sending him over. It was incredible, and the fact that I was able to get the exact item that was on the photos, that was just amazing. And the condition of the box is incredible. It is not perfect, but it's the closest to perfect. I mean, the display clear plastic is amazing. The cardboard portion of it on the back and the bottom and the sides is just epic. I mean, there is just nothing that screams perfection like this box, along with a few others from my collector friend. So I just can't believe it. This is so gorgeous. I just love this box. But yes, like back to what I was talking about earlier, I just cannot believe that back in 2005, you know, we had boxes of Bratz Boys with very little in them. I really thought they had a lot, much more in there, I guess. I guess it just, like I said before, it depends on the series. It depends on specific, you know, collection of the Bratz Boys that you're looking at, and that's how much stuff you're gonna get. But yeah, I was just completely enamored with him. I was just in love. I'm really happy I was able to find him, and I was hoping to make the video soon. The weather was just not really cooperating, and of course I felt a little sick. A couple of weeks ago I started with a really bad back, but now everything is a little bit better, so I thought, well, let's make the video now, and you know, we've got him here, we've got everything set, so this is going to be the day for the video. I'm just really, really happy that I was able to share him with you guys, and that you will see yet another Bratz Boy of my collection, from my collection, into my collection, whatever you want. Once again, a studly, sexy Bratz Boy like Mr. Sexy Dylan from the 2005 Bratz Boyz Play Sportz with a Z at the end. Mr. Dylan. I cannot believe that I was able to collect him and find him, and now he is here on video for you guys, so you can meet him and he can meet you. And so, yep, this is the second edition Bratz Boyz Play Sportz Basketball Dylan. In the flesh, in the person, on the spotlight for you guys. And I am just so thrilled and so happy that I was able to share him with you. I'm going to have another video coming up of yet another Bratz Boy that I'm pretty sure you're going to be glad to meet as well. It's another surprise of mine that it was more of a surprise for me. I'm pretty sure it's as much of a surprise for me as it is for you. I'm pretty sure I was going to get my hands on that one, but I wasn't really sure, like something like that. I'm not really sure. I don't know. But so another video is coming. That's what's important. And so I will see you guys on the next time, on the next video. And once again, thank you for watching. If you watched, if you didn't, it's okay. No worries. But here it is, Mr. Bratz Boy Play Sportz Basketball Dylan, Sexy Stud Dylan from 2005, the second edition Dylan. And I will see you guys pretty soon on my next video. Another surprise. Till next time, you have a great day, and oh my god, I can't wait to see you guys again. Bye bye.